Hi everybody, welcome back to Mallow and Brass, episode 22 with me, Sid, and I have been a busy fella since the last episode. So last episode we pushed forward and we captured a wellspring, and then linked it up and did a greater moat, and the one we captured is up there. It looks all very pretty, but since then I've also captured this one. I have done not that one, just one over here, I think it was. Not that one, but then we went and we did one over here, just there. There was another one somewhere about near. Yep, there's not that one. That was, did not have to use that one as it happened, but basically I've been around capturing well springs and I have managed, because I've already found loads of them, so all I did was craft up one of each of the rings other than air, which we'd already got, and went round hunting them down, and well, there you go. Water. I think that might be. I think that's arcane, fire, earth, ender, and obviously the air one. We have got a full house of those things now, which is nice. I've also gone and made myself a few more lesser moats because, you know, we went through them like a dose of salts. Went through my chimerite supplies like a dose of salts as well. And we have two things left to do to achieve tier 5. We have to do one of these, a transitory tunnel, a construct with at least 3 obsidian. I don't want to construct a construct just for the sheer hell of constructing a construct. Kind of makes no sense to me whatsoever. So, spell with 75 or more, an enchanting item with an enchantment of level 3 or more using a runic anvil. So let's start over here, and you can see where I've set these up so I could just completely rerun them every time I needed to do something. So we're going to start off with you and you and you, and let me just double check the uses on that one because that should tell me which. To get the beheading enchant, it's a square and a circle. Okay, so this is square and a circle, a square and a triangle even. I know what I was trying to say. And there we have beheading 1, and then we're going to take you and you and you and an ender rune, and if we have a look at those we should see, if we can find it, eventually it will pop up. Too many of them use this rune obviously. Oh, hello, that's, did I just, yeah. Same again. So, square. No, that's not helping. And a triangle. There's beheading 2. And then finally, let me just double check. Uses for that in this one, that's probably the quickest way. It's exactly the same patterns again, just now a gold sword, a rune of ender and a mote of ender. Boop and boop. And you need to put in enchantment level 3 on an item. Now the obvious one for me is going to be this sword, which is my smite sword. So you know, if I want to get a if I want to get wither skelly heads, it makes more sense to have it the beheading enchant. Oh, it is going in. It's all right. So that should have beheading 1. It does. Lovely. Let's go and get beheading 2. Now, I'm assuming you have to do these in turn. So that is the way I'm playing it. If I'm wrong, then all I've done really is wasted a little bit of resource, and there is beheading 3. And that is beheading 3 on our smite sword. Lovely. Right, so we've got enchant an item. Now we've got one last thing left to do, and the one we're going to do is a spell with a complexity of 65 or more. This is a bolt spell. It's lightning. It has a radius of 2. It does 11 damage, and it's got a range of 32, or maximum range of 32. And everything we need to craft it is in there. That took a good 25-30 minutes just running around gathering all these resources together. So that's going to take a hot minute to craft. However, in the meantime, what we do need is we're going to need some of you. And then we've got to find out what the actual target is, what it's going to ask us to do. While that's crafting, let's just go and chalk up the the runic area, because we can be doing that. And then we'll find out what we actually need to do to achieve tier 5, which I assume there is going to be something, because there has been for every other tier. So yeah, that's kind of a given, I think, for me, that that's going to be the case. Let us grab this spell. Hopefully it's written. Oh no, still going. It's a very complicated spell, obviously. And there we go. Right. So we'll get the box down and get the contents into my inventory. It does require swords, so the sword and the bow are going to go away, because otherwise it will use them if I'm not careful. So we're going to get you down, and we're going to pop you down. Wow, that is complex. I don't even know whether I've got enough. I don't actually have enough space to hold everything in my inventory. So this is definitely the most complicated spell we've done to date. Let's put down what we can. And then we can... there was nothing there anyway, that's why that didn't do anything. Arrow, some of you. Where's the string? There. Right, the rest should be reasonably easy. That's a blue rune. Sarah Blossom. Crossbow. Where's the daylight sensor? There. That should be it. So now... Oh, wooden sword. And then we're going to have to get ready to zap some things on it. And I guess there's going to be quite a few things as well. Gotta love these. This mod is just so pretty. I'm going to sound like I'm playing Sandrock, aren't I? But it is. It's just such nice things. And I'm trying to think. There's been a... Well, actually, that was surprisingly easy. We have enough experience to progress. However, this is lightning bolt. Not to be used against creepers. Because it will, if they survive, it will most definitely turn them into things. Let's go for a nice big purple. I don't think I'm going to make anything more. I mean, it eats. Yeah, I could do with something to try and kill with this. Oh, look at that hand. Yeah. I feel... Okay, you're going to test my lightning bolt. Actually, what happens if you strike a pigman with... Two shot, which is pretty much how I wanted it. Okay. So, we'll pop the lightning bolt in the... I've switched over to the Oculus there, the proper thing, not the Oculus, the hoop feather, what's-a-majig, the thingy-mabob, and we shall grab our smite and our bow, and let's go and have a look at the Oculus, because we now have, well, that's one of my people's, we now have the necessaries to progress to tier 5. And what does it want us to do? Advice: Ritual of the Fairy Courts again. Okay. Let me just have a look at that. Boop, boop, boop. Ritual of the Fairy Courts. A motivator is usually a good bet. So I don't know. Same again, that one, isn't it? Motivator and some stuff. Motor water. Okay, let me, in fact, let's just pin that. Let me go and pull that stuff together and I shall be back in a second. Alright, we've got the ritual laid out. It's just, that one is the central piece, and then we can come around and do you, and you. Mote of water. Mote of air. Now I have got a greater mote just in case. Oh, hello. Forgetting to do my bit. Okay, a bit of that. A little bit of you. Maybe another bit of that. Oh, and here she goes. Oh, yep, she was happy with that. Advance to tier 5. Wow, and we got to keep the moat as well. She's a generous little deity. Right, in you go there, in you go there. That can go away. Right, we've got tier 5. What does tier 5 give us? Well, apart from everything, presumably. Let's see, because I'm in a tier 6. The Oculus will presumably not give us anything. We are at the maximum tier. We have all of the things. We can do all the fun stuff right up to artificial, all of these, whatever they are. I mean, some of them obviously are blast protection. Beheading 5. Oh, we can do beheading 4 and 5. I did not know that was a thing. I mean, 3 is not bad. Right, let's have a look, because what I was interested in, realistically, is the armour, which I'm not sure what it's called in don't think it's that. Let's just have a look at chest place, see what we can see if I can't find what it's called that way, or not. Maybe not. Okay. Helmet. Infernal. Yeah. Okay. I think this is where we are. No. Okay. Boots. Boots are usually generically across the board, aren't they? Mana weave boots. You've got sticky boots, star metal boots, fiber boots, spell weaver boots, infernal boots, witherbone, mage, living. Where's me elfy stuff? Okay, let's try this then. If I have to do it the hard way. I can't remember what the actual stuff's called. It's the Druidic antlers. Okay, there you go. And they are made with things in the tier 5. So, in the Eldrin altar actually. So we need iron bark, we need those, and we need other things. Am I going to push for those today? Oh, of course you know I am. Right, let's have a look and work out what I actually need. Druidic, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I need 2 nether stars. 6, 8 iron bark. Iron bark is just log stuff, and okay, that's easy. So I just need 8 of those to start off with. Let's get the ball rolling, shall we? Oops. Wow. They do not respect light levels. Okay, yeah, I need 8 of those. Iron, Vintium and logs. Let me get them sorted first. They're nice and easy. Log. Well, we'll do it with oak because, you know, that seems more druidic to me. Iron. 8. Vintium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to have to cook some more Vintium at some point. Hopefully I shouldn't need both of those anymore, but actually I'm going to leave that one in place. I'll use this one. I doubt I'll need those anymore, so one of those, one of those, and one of those. And if we have a look at iron in, wow, too many. Let's just have a look at ironwood then, shall we? Iron bark. There we go. It's just the Capistro rune. Okay, that's fine then. Oh, you swine. You always do that. See? It doesn't matter how. Thank you. And I need 8 of those. Right, that's that one. Let's have a look what else we need. Druid that we need before I have to worry about weather stars, which is not a problem actually. They're really relatively straightforward. So I need two. Just two of those greater foci. Okay, so that's okay. We can do the focus. That bit's easy. 1, 2. We should be able to, if I grab the redstone, the gold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the Vintium, we should be able to turn those around reasonably quickly, because we only need one of those, one of those, one of those, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And if I just double check what my triangle and upwards fish. Okay, triangle and upwards fish as opposed to baby shark. I apologise if I'm just going to put that tune in your head. Actually, I don't. It was designed, and then this requires diamond and purified. 2 diamonds, 1, 2, and a purified Vintium, 1, 2. Right, so that's those. Right, what's next on the Druidic menu? Greater moat of air and defense runes. How many? Okay, better go and do superheated. And I've got a greater moat of air already, so in theory I already have the Druidic antlers. Just need to do the defense rune. Boop. Probably need more defense runes. They tend to be kind of a common theme in Hoover. No, that's not what I want to do. And then the greater moat of air. And that should be everything we need to make the helmet. And then we can move on to the other bits. Right, so I need, let's have a look at, I better make sure I check these out because I don't want to bugger this up. 2 of them. Oh, I need an iron helmet as well. Okay. Actually, no, let's just go back down, grab that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do it like that. Not like. So there's the thing. Then we've got, if it doesn't really matter, does it? I suppose we need 2 of those. Very difficult to move around in here. No, that's not what I wanted. 2 of them. 2 of them. And 1 of them. Oh, look at that. You really get a sense of magic with this. This is... I'd love to see Thorncraft reimagined a bit like this, because it definitely has the capability. Oh wow. Right, so that, and we can, so in theory I could actually completely just disenchant all of those and throw the levels straight onto that as well. Okay, that is awesome. Right, let's get an armour stand for starters. This needs to be displayed as we build it. Pow. You can just go there for now. Oh wow, that is... I'm tempted to just make one for display purposes, you know. Okay, right, let me have a look what else we need then. Druid, the chest plate we know requires that, but it also requires some air runes and more greater motes. We'll come back to you. You require a greater mote of air and 2 phantom membranes for starters. I'm going to need to definitely get some superheated Vintium on the... Yeah, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 superheated Vintium, so I might as well get those going now. I've only got 2, let me do another 7 then. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just put those in. Right, let me start pulling some of these together, and I'll be back in a mo. Alright, we are getting very close to complete. I need to just get myself another water rune template, because that one's only good for 1. And I need 2. So let's pop that away. My chisel broke again. Getting a bit of a pain actually, that. There's 1. Let me just double check that it is 2. I don't want to have to come back on this one. It is 2 water runes, an air rune and a defense rune. Yes. Okay. So let's put the water rune away, put the hammer away, and then there is only 1 more elephant in the room. Well, 2 more elephants in the room actually. One is relatively easy to address. The other is not so relatively easy to address. So the chest plate requires the 2 nether stars. So that's one that is not so easy, and I don't think I have a nether star. I think I used it. I did. Okay, the Druid leggings requires 2 phantom membrane. I only have 1. But it also needs air, defense and ender. Air, defense and ender. We might as well, if I do that, that shows me where I'm missing stuff. And then the boots. The boots require 2 water, a rune of air and a defense. Air, 2 water and a defense. So the boots we can do. Hello, that's not what I wanted to do. However, the other 2 bits we are limited in our capability to do it. But what we shall do is we shall come down and we'll get the boots going, just because if I get the boots done, then it gives the chance for these to recharge, because they do deplete the charge on the but I can't get over watching this, making just the greater moats. This thing where each one is destroyed, but look at them, they're actually broken down into fragments of what they are. Look, that is a pair of boots, and then all of these little items are brought over. The power sucks in, and then it reassembles them into Druidic slippers. I would have preferred a slightly better name than Druidic slippers. Slippers not up there amongst the highest things in the world, but you know, let's not judge too harshly. Right, so I need to go to, let's head over to the portal. No, I think if I remember rightly, there is a requirement before you go to the Wither farm to take off your Magna rings. Now I've just got to remember where it is. Pop's Monument, Blaze Spawner, Nether Portal, Infernal, blah blah blah, Frost's Home, Skelly Spawner, that's mine. I've got a feeling that I probably need to go and visit Frost. Whoa. Let's he's been busy. I knew he said he was being busy, but he's definitely been busy. Borrow, but okay, that was for his thing. Well, it's definitely growing. It's very black. I know he was using a lot of dark stone. Which farm to be? End portal, glow squid, with a graveyard. I believe this is the one we need. Maybe. I know one of these, but not this one by the looks of it. I mean, I know where there's wither spawners. I've got plenty of them myself. But I'm just trying to remember where the wither... Whoa! Don't fall into things, John. Come on. Maybe not this one then. What's that one then? That's... Okay, that's moved. Okay, which farm? Glow squid. I'm a little bit lost. I may have to... Let's just try rushed. Right, where did you... I'm sure it was Rush who created a wither farm, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about anything, to be honest. I cannot remember where it is. I mean, it's not the end of the world. There, that has a feel of a wither farm to me. Scroll of flight, okay. Now there's 25 in there. I think. Oh, I can't remember how this thing works. That's your XP drain. Player, that's your Fortune 5 book. Maybe it's just that. Okay, well, that seems to be working. Oh, okay. Oh, I see, you can... You know what? Might as well just do this myself. So I can see one wither skull there straight away. As well as some scrolls. It's one of the fun things about living on a server. There's always somebody created I think that might be missing. Its sword. Oh well. It will not take as long. Let's wow. I don't even want to know. Let's just head back down. Now I definitely saw more skulls come in than that. And yet that hasn't gone up. Is it? I mean, that's off. At least one. Right, I need to figure out what's gone wrong here. I mean, there's just no power coming into that at all. Intriguing. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Alright. Let's deal with the first problem. And let's hope that this was set up right. Because I need two with a... Now again, I'm not going to worry about doing... I mean, I can help him along, I suppose. You should. and he's loud. He should go down fairly easy. There's a soul, okay, and there's another star. Let me do the other one, and we shall go and address the other. I might do 3 while I'm here. It saves me spending the experience, but we need to then go out onto the end islands. This is probably better. Oh. I did wonder about that extra soul sand, because I thought it was only 4, not 5. Yeah, alright, get this last one done, be back in a mo. Alright, so what I actually want out here is not so much, I mean, shulkers are always good, but what I need is to, well, first off, cast that. Have that on the bar. We shall put down our magnet scroll and put that away. Those can go in there along with that and that. And oh, what did I just cast on myself? Divination. I wanted flight. That would have been embarrassing. I mean, again, I've got access to elytra, so it's not like there's a major issue here. But what I want is, I actually want some of those creepers that we. I went no, don't want to play with those because they drop phantom membranes. So, whoop, don't. Oh man. Too late. Okay. Can I, no. What about lightning bolt? Oh, hello. That's what I wanted. And that's what I needed. I just need to deal with these chuckleheads, don't I? Problem is, they're on the... Come on, Len. Can they not hit me up? I mean, they're pushing me. Oh, come on. Huh. That's right, come on. Come along and die. Last one. There's only one now. Right, so what I actually want is these guys, because these guys gives me the phantom membranes, which I so richly deserve. Like this guy here. Hello. Well, while I have got 9.5 minutes of flight left, I suppose I should go have a little look, see what else there is out here. I'm wondering whether I should actually stick my elytra on, just in case. Might not be a bad idea. But there's lots of these guys. I mean, I'm already recouped most of the phantom membranes. Stupid question. What's the lightning bolt do to one of these guys? Nothing. Alright, we can do it. Another one over there. Well, that's... Okay. Well, that's useful to know. However, I think I prefer now just to get a little bit of quick exploration in. Although... Oh, well, no one had killed the dragon, so they don't necessarily have come out to this part of the end, have they? So this could be all virgin territory. Oh, hello. What's... Oh. Oh, that looks somewhat interesting. Wow, that's way up. But there looks to be, well, stuff up here. What are you? Oh, that is nice. Now here's a, what are you? Ametrine horse armour. No idea, and ametrine blocks. Well, we might as well grab. What are you then? Vermilion skulk. Cool. Very quickly. That's how to get the tree then, isn't it? Oh, that's the divination spell that's working there. Alright. Well, it's different. We'll give it that much. And I've got 5 minutes of flight left. Let's have a quick look on the map. See where we think we need to go. Maybe that way. And definitely down. Because I feel very vulnerable up here. But again, I'm not proposing a massive end adventure for this. This is just, I've got some flight. I might as well use the scroll rather than waste it. I have another flight scroll, but of course, once I've built, oh hello, once I've built my, it's like, oh shiny, built my druidic armour, I think I will have, well, I'll definitely have advanced flight, because that's the set bonus. What advanced flight actually means. Wow, nightshade. Ooh, creepy. Let's have a look. Not the nicest wood. I didn't recognise that. Flowering, they're pretty. Definitely definitely some applications for that. Right, what's my time like? About 4 minutes. So yeah, definitely more bio, even with the biomes to go, but these, they're, if I were to describe these, I'd say not quite as psychedelically eye-searing as some of the other what? Something made a noise then. Don't look at the Enderman. Yeah, I think, oh, need to avoid looking at. The problem is there's so much to look at and I want to look at everything. But the problem is then, you know, an Enderman come and pokes his nose in, still got 3 minutes. We'll have a little look further just to see what else there is. There's some kind of mushroomy thing over here. Which looks different. We've got the purple grocery room lights. I think we'll just take this home now. Right. Let's put away the stuff I don't need. I needed one of those, I think, and 2 of those. Right, let's go and make some armour. Bonk. Right, so you need 2 of those, you need 1 of those. Let's start off with a breastplate then. I am probably going to have to recharge between crafts, because my suspicion is that there won't be enough juice in the system. Let's get that going. Love that effect. It is absolutely stunning. It's drawing a lot of power from that one, I think. Oh, it's quite distressing watching nether stars get blown up, but there you go. Let's get ready for the next one. Not long now. Right, and then while we're waiting for it to recharge, we'll just get everything laid out ready. Bloop, bloop. Ploop, ploop, ploop. Wow, looks like we did have enough juice in there. Oh, it took some juice from Ender as well on that one, that's why. Right, and then I don't think this is as good as Diamond Armour in its armour rating. I mean, that's only 6 versus that's 8, so it is lower, which is interesting. Still, better pick that up, don't want to go leaving my rubbish around, do we? That is the Druidic armour set, which of course we're now going to put on in no particular order. Let's just leave that there for a second. Wow, that feels slow compared to a fly spell, but you know what? It's still creative flight, whatever. I'm not going to complain at that. Right, now all we need to do is A, check on how long I've been recording, and B, get this stuff enchanted. So if something attacks me, it levitates or teleports. There's a chance of reflection, and when we get to low hit points, we get regen. Interesting. Let's see about some enchantment, shall we? And I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we are enchanted. I haven't put any of the, I don't think this stuff has durability. I think this is a thing that is Tombstone Soul. So just basically the protection effects, any other effects that we had, and most importantly, Tombstone Soulbound. So we are now officially Druids. Now what I really could do with doing, of course, this is, I really could do with some haste. Hang on, there is an answer to this, isn't there? Look, saturation, speed 2. Did it make any difference? Don't know. Doesn't feel like it made any difference, but to be honest, I don't want to fly anywhere, everywhere anyway. That, yeah, it didn't make a difference on there, did it? Okay, that's fine. Bounce isn't going to help me a great deal, I don't think. Other than I don't take damage, of course, this way. This might be the way to travel. Tigger. But anyway, we have got the Manor and Artifice top level armour, well, top level armour available for me. So yeah, I think the other one is haste, isn't it? Which is not the same. Right. So that in itself puts us, as I say, the armour is not as good. We have to accept that. But it does do this. So it swings and roundabouts, really, isn't it? Anyway, we are at time. We are tier 5. We can continue up accruing levels with our spells now, which is good. And yeah, let's see what happens next time. Till then, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.